How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I think the last couple days have shown that something massive has changed in Bitcoin. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what's happening right now, why the price is moving up. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video to see future videos just like this one. While you're down there is a link to HGAccess where you can get information from myself along with about 10 other influencers or about 9 other influencers where we talk about everything that's happening in the market. We talk to you about what we're seeing from projects, what we're seeing from exchanges, what we think are opportunities, and we live and breathe this stuff all the time. So if you want to check this out, there's a link underneath the video. We're also running a giveaway. Someone is going to get a free lifetime membership as well. All you have to do is actually be a part of it, and then we're giving one away. There's also a link down there to Margex where you can trade cryptocurrency on leverage. It's really easy to set up. There's no KYC, so you can just put in your name, or your email and your password, and then check their terms and conditions, and then you can sign up just that quick. Also, there is a bit of a bonus as well that you can use towards fees when you deposit with the link underneath the video. Now, Bitcoin's moving up. You can see here, it actually hit about the same point it had hit about a week ago. You can see almost exactly within a few dollars. Now we're still up around $42,000 on Bitcoin. A lot of other cryptocurrencies are moving up too. I mean, Bitcoin's up 5.67%, but the whole market's up 2.8%. So there are some cryptos that are jumping up more than Bitcoin, like Solana and AVAX. Most are just right below it though. Dominance is obviously moving up then. You can see we're right at this point at 52.4%, which is right above some previous resistance there and some previous support here. So it looks like we're in a little bit of discovery. Not that we haven't been there just a few days ago, but there's not really anything real close to us here. So maybe we keep on moving up. I am mostly Bitcoin, so I am quite happy with that if that's how it works out. Now, as I said in my last video, PCE prices came in lower than expected today. This has caused the market to rally a bit, I believe. Headline PCE and core PCE were lower than expected. I also talked about BlackRock buying Mara. They're buying miners. A lot of these big institutions are buying more than just Bitcoin. They're going out of their way to buy Bitcoin-related companies, which I just want to bring up real quick. But what I really want to talk about is the game changer that is the last couple of days. IBIT just lit up the Bitcoin ETF scene, leaving GBTC volume in the dust. So it had 15.346 million in volume versus 11.41, beating out GBTC. He says, Investing Answer says, I reckon a flood of cash pouring into Bitcoin ETF today. As we talked about, they are doing a seminar with other advisors, trying to make them learn more about the Bitcoin ETFs and trying to teach them what they can say to clients, that kind of thing. I don't know exactly what they're covering, but that was pretty much what it sounded like. Now, that would maybe account for why we're seeing such large inflows. I mean, this is a significant amount, 15.346 million in volume. Think about that. If that's all buying pressure, which it's not all buying, but if it was, that would be $350 million of Bitcoin, if I'm doing the math right. That is significant. And we know that someone's buying a lot today, even if it's not BlackRock. It looks like BlackRock's definitely playing a role in it, but we know someone's buying a lot because the price is up a good amount. I mean, we jumped from 39,900 all the way up to 42,000. So someone bought probably hundreds of millions or billions of dollars of Bitcoin. This is at the same time we've seen so much coming out of the miners. I realize I've shown this chart a lot the last couple of days, but it's updated a couple days here, and I wanted to show this. Just over the last 5 days, we've seen 175,000 Bitcoin in outflows. That's not including today. 175,000 Bitcoin in outflows. That's going to be sold. Now, since the beginning of the month, if you had to guess, let me know what your guess is in the comments, but if you had to guess, let me know what you think these outflows equal. 600,000 Bitcoin. 600,000 Bitcoin sold on the market. And a third of that being really the last 5 days. And you can see the price actually rallying still, going from 39.5 to 42 now. So there are people that are buying significant amounts of Bitcoin if the price is going up, and miners are still selling tens of thousands of Bitcoin a day. GBTC is still selling off. I think that's the major change that I'm seeing right now. Yes, we are seeing entities continue to dump like GBTC. We're seeing miners dump. We're seeing the US government dump. But this is the first day that we actually saw some excitement. We saw some moves upwards in Bitcoin. And of course, anything can happen from here. We could go right back down. This could just be a little bit of a bump. But as I've said, the selling pressure is finite, but the buying pressure is infinite. And keep in mind, too, that a lot of financial advisors haven't started buying. A lot of people that have sold the other ETFs but don't want the wash rule, they're going to be buying Bitcoin here soon. There are a lot of entities, too, that probably just waited for sub 40K. They saw the sell-off and just said, okay, we'll just wait it out a little bit. Now they're buying up. I would not be surprised if a lot of people are getting ready for the next bull run, too. We also know that there are going to be a lot of shorts that are liquidated if we move up. That's something to consider, too. Max pain is usually where we end up going. So if we move up, more and more shorts are liquidated. The price keeps on climbing and climbing. I saw something like $5 billion would be liquidated of shorts if we went up to 46K, which honestly isn't too far away. I mean, that's a 10% move, less than a 10% move. I also wanted to show this. This is something brand new. This is an ETF tracker. This is actually coming from the Rational Root on Twitter. You can actually just go to his page if you want. Also follow me there on Twitter. But you can follow the Rational Root. It's his last tweet. He has a live portfolio tracker of the ETFs, or a live ETF tracker. So you can go and see how much Bitcoin each of these entities holds. So like for example, Grayscale held 619,260 Bitcoin the day before the ETFs. Now the day after, you can see they started to sell off. Now, I think this is really nice because it shows you how much is being sold and how much is left. So GBTC has about 512,000 Bitcoin left. Now, BlackRock, you just have to realize that it's adding on top of this. So 512,000, BlackRock has about 40,000 Bitcoin, 45,000 Bitcoin. It might be off a little bit now. FBTC has a good amount of Bitcoin too, and then you have all these little ones. But you can see the top line is the overall amount of Bitcoin. So we have seen actually some net outflows the last few days in Bitcoin overall held by entities, but a lot of that just coming down to GBTC unloading a lot. But you can start to see the price too up here, moving down, and starting to climb back up. Now, let me know all your thoughts on this underneath the video. Again, it just seems like a big change. I realized I talked about this a little bit in the last few videos, but it does seem like a big change where even though entities are still unloading, we're actually seeing a recovery in the price due to a variety of reasons. Now, I have been very clear, I'm an accumulator at this price range. If it's 40, if it's 38, if it's 30, if it's 45, I'm accumulating. I keep on getting more and more. I'm mostly Bitcoin, but I do dabble in altcoins as well, whether it's small altcoins or all the way up to Ethereum, right? So I still think that some of those can outperform long-term or short-term, but Bitcoin dominance has been the way to go for the last year and a half. Check out the link to Margex and to HGAccess, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a great Friday night. Stay safe out there.